I ask you, you do so much on transloading. What are the different types of transloading that you help facilitate, and how can a shipper use your platform for transloading?
So when we were building the transload marketplace, there were two things that we really kept in mind. Number one was, how do we make it easier for shippers to find transload facilities and locations? When you think about transloading can be everything from a very mature and built out infrastructure capacity, which you would see at a Long Beach port, which you'd see in Charleston, Savannah, Houston, or even in Newark, New Jersey. And it could all the way swing to the other side of the spectrum, which could be a Teams track, which is effectively a track with a crane and a truck that's unloading product out of a car, almost kind of a makeshift, temporary sort of type of transload situation. So very broad spectrum as far as the different types of transloading that exist. So that's aspect number one, is really helping shippers identify where they can find transloading. Aspect number two is, what type of services or functionality features do the transloading facility provide? Who are they served by? Who are the local carriers? What hours do they serve? What type of security features do they have? There's a lot of detail that goes into a shipper's decision as to what type of transload facility to choose. The reason why that's important, because the largest blind spots within the supply chain is at origin and at destination of unloading and loading. So number one, that's a huge blind spot. So there's not a lot of visibility once you get to the origin destination. And number two, when you think about exposure of the product, particularly an underlying commodity product in merchandise or carload business, when that product is being loaded or unloaded, that's when there's the most potential liability or risk for there to be something that goes wrong with the product. That is the second component of it, is who do you know as far as transfer facilities, what do they do? And then, how qualified are they? What's their safety record? What are all the different parameters that go into making a decision? And that's a really, really important decision for a shipper to make, because that's where the exposure is for the product when they're loading and unloading the product. It's right at the origin and destination, not along the